Hey, what's up everyone? Pastor JAMZ here back with another review, and today we're coming in with the latest review by SiR Heavy. SiR is also known as 37-year-old Sir Daryl Ferris from Inglewood, California, and this is his third album under the TDE label, and he has an EP under the label as well. This just came out this past Friday, March 22nd, and before TDE, he had released an album, Seven Sundays, under a different label, and released an EP that gained him a lot of attraction called Her. And I do remember that turning a lot of heads, given that back in the early 2010s, the R&B sound was really starting to pick up. You had artists like The Weeknd, Chris Brown was still around and relevant, and you even had like Bryson Tiller coming around and stuff like that, Russ. And for SiR to be turning heads, and especially after he got signed under the TDE label in 2017, I thought it was pretty amazing. Yeah, TDE expanding their catalog of artists and stuff like that. I remember in high school when he released his first single in 2016 under the TDE label West Side Boy, and then in 2017 he released Her 2, his second EP, and then November came along, his first album under TED, and then 2019 was Chasing Summer, and now we're here in 2024 with Heavy. And I was pretty excited. Fourth album, third album under TDE, and 16 tracks in 50 minutes. Let's jump right into it. I'm a huge fan of SiR, and this album didn't disappoint. 15 tracks if you don't count the first track number one, which is just an intro. But in terms of the production, it's quite amazing how he keeps it simple, but there's more focus to the tone and themes of whatever he's trying to put out there, which is hitting rock bottom, addiction, fame, and depression. There are, what's unfortunate is there's like a stereotype, like, or cliche that, oh, like, artists can't handle the fame and they just go to drugs and money and women and whatever. I mean, it happens. They're not doing it because they want to. It's just things that happen. Like, they can't handle it. Not everyone can handle it. It changes your life. Like, it's crazy. I mean, I can't speak from experience, but you see it happen to a lot of artists, and it happens for a reason. Like, they're not doing it because they are like going along with this trend. It just, there's aspects to their life that change and affect them in a way that's so powerful that makes them turn to these accessible things. And he's basically trying to explain in this album and pinpoint to the listener like how he's trying to get himself out of rock bottom, and what it was that really set himself to kind of open up about it and overcome it, especially with someone like the love of his mother, or like even his partner, his wife, stuff like that. I mean, not only are you affecting yourself, you're affecting those around you, like your loved ones, your family, your friends. And I think that's really powerful to say. So, in terms of the whole theme of things, it's amazing compared to his other work where it's really focused in on just love and R&B. There, in terms of production, there are amazing cuts on here of soul that I appreciate a lot. And you even have like these very this groovy, like really good breath of fresh air with features on here like Anderson Paak on the track Poetry in Motion, where everything's so smooth, the chemistry is there, and Anderson Paak is a very charismatic artist, and you really do see that when the two come together. Something I do want to point out, and we're moving on to the features now, they're really great, they're amazing, but I do notice that these are features that TDE has like worked with other artists on other projects. I just thought that was a little strange. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a fucking contract manager or whatever. I don't work or represent for TDE. I just do think it's a little strange that maybe there was a little something here and there, like, hey, you have to feature on this guy's album too. I mean, it worked out in the end. I'm happy for that. But Ty Dolla Sign, Isaiah Rashad, who is in TDE, and Absol's in TDE as well. Anderson Paak and Scribz Riley, who have been on other TDE projects already. Um, Thankfully, everything worked out in the end. Isaiah Rashad and Absol do amazing on their tracks as well with SiR, just helping each other out in terms of being in the label together. And, you know, uh, I just got to give it to Absol and Isaiah Rashad as well. Like I mentioned, easily, Karma is one of the best tracks or singles that has come out in 2024. And Absol on the track, I'm Not Perfect, really, he comes in with this really raspy tone of like this whole like you're human, like you're not gonna, you make mistakes, you try your best to be the best man you can to your partner and stuff like that. It really is a moving song, and for Absol to really hit home with that same feeling and chemistry as SiR, that's pretty good. And I'll even give it to Ty Dolla Sign on the track Ignorant. That's a really good track as well. SiR struggling with these issues of like, yeah, he has this abundance of women on his phone that are tempting him or whatever. There's things that don't excite him anymore because he's just so down there. He's just so under the rubble that he doesn't even care about it no more. Like it's nothing to him. And I think that really sets the tone, given it's the first official track of the album, of the whole freaking thing. And there are tracks on here. I know I know it does seem like this is a like sad or like depressing album or whatever, but there are R&B tracks on here that are really great, like Trying My Hardest, Nothing Even Matters, and even Ricky's Song. Those tracks, if you're looking for like R&B heavy, even the track You, number 9, and track 11, Satisfaction, those are the tracks that if you really want for if you're really coming for the R&B aesthetic and atmosphere and tone, those are the ones to check out. But the more sensitive, more deeper tone tracks are Only Human, I'm Not Perfect featuring Absol, uh, Heavy, Karma featuring Isaiah Rashad, and those tracks are the ones that are more deep in tone and stuff like that. Something I'll end off here is the ability of SiR's music and his vocals, his vocalization. You have come out with plenty of projects with your label, and you don't want to come out sounding generic to your fans or to any new listener or whatever. Even though I will say that my least favorite track on here is 6 Whole Days, where it does sound a little tacky, a little awkward, especially with the chorus. If there is a bad track on here, that's going to be it for me. I found myself skipping that track quite a bit. But other than that, I do got to give props to SiR for, expanding his vocal range. Oh my god, especially on the track No Evil, track number 6. He really goes above and beyond. And track number 15, Trying My Hardest, where you really do hear him as an R&B singer, really giving it that nice, those going above and beyond, expanding his abilities and showcasing them in an amazing way. I'm giving Heavy by SiR, his latest album, an 8 out of 10. I know that comes off a little strange given how much praise I'm giving it. I just think that for what it is and what is presented, that's a pretty good score, pretty positive score. I just think that there are elements in here that that could have been fleshed out a tiny bit better, and I do appreciate and admire his previous work a little more. And but that, like I said, dude, 8 out of 10. I mean, what else could you ask for? That's a pretty positive score. And that is the review. SiR, his latest album under the TDE label, Heavy, that just came out this past Friday. Link in the description below if you want to check it out. And hopefully you're all looking forward to the next review. Pass the jams out.